And it just seems like my life wouldn't be whole if it weren't for the church. I don't mean to say like in a bragging way that the church was my whole life, because it's certainly, when you preached that sermon about Jacob wrestling with God, that was very appropriate to me. I've not only all of my life, but this summer I did a lot of wrestling with God. I really did. I think about it, I'm getting close toward the end of part of my life, and as I'm not a little leery of things when you talk about dying, but still, it's always been my feeling that whatever there is there that I don't know anything about, it's always been a good thing. It's always been welcoming. So I enjoyed being a YMCA secretary, as they called it in those days, and running the programs and get them started. And then a teaching job opened up, and I had a teaching credential too, so I took the job teaching it. And I never felt that my job was wholly just being teaching the subject, English or history, whatever I was teaching. It was also try to make the kids see what my life was about, and hopefully, well, we had a good time with that too. And I did that, and Boy Scouts. I was the scout master for many years, and we had a wonderful time. I still see the guys that I went camping with then. When we go up to near Trenton to visit Ann's mother, there's a fellow there that was in my scout troop, and he comes over every time to visit, and he says, "Anything you want me to do for you, Mr. Hurley?" That's the way. It's just a wonderful, because of this connection with the church. It all comes back to the church. The church is a very strong factor in our lives. I always felt close to the church, and I think that what it's done for me is that I feel at home there. And when I came down here to Elkton, I went to Evangelical, and right away I felt at home. And I mean, after the first service I went to, after the service was over, Bucky came jumping out of the choir loft and down the middle aisle and coming over to me and introduced himself. Now, that doesn't even happen in my own church at home. So I was quick to feel at home, and if you have a church family, all the things that you go through in your life, all your the hard times, you have a church family to support you, and it's a wonderful thing. When my wife died, people came down, friends of mine from New Jersey, to the funeral, and they couldn't believe the dinner that this church put on for them. They were impressed with the fellowship that these people had, and the strength of their faith, and I hope that the younger people that are in the church, the 30s and 40s and 50-year-olds, can continue that strength that the people like Jan had. And that's what I see in this church, that really strong Christian people, strong in their faith. It's just, I don't know where I'd be without the church. It's important that you step up too. I remember the first year my wife died, first year, and Jennifer said, "Would you be in the Vacation Bible School, just be an assistant teacher in the kindergarten class? Because I know you had something to do with kindergarten." "Oh yeah, okay, I'll help out." Well, we got there, and we had something like 25 kids for the kindergarten, and we only had one teacher. So she said, could you take, I'll split the class in half, and could you take the class for the rest of the week? Well, being a teacher is a challenge, you know. You can't tell me I can't do this. I know I could do this. And so we had a good time anyway for the rest of the week. But it's easy to volunteer to do things in the church when it's the things that you like to do. But sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do. And I know I griped a lot about some of the things I didn't like to do, but I tried to do them anyway. But because we all know that from the stories we read that God asks us to do things that are not our strengths. He accomplishes things through, it seems silly in a way, but through people who don't have the real big skills, but they just put their faith in that He can help them. I certainly haven't done it all my life, but it's important that we tell each other how much we care about each other. Very important. I think, well, my hope is that the faith that brought us this far we can keep strong in that faith, and we can have open minds as to what needs to be done in our community. What are the needs? I just hope that they feel that I love them because I did, and tried to show God's love to them in the way I understand it. And there have been a lot of people down through my time in New Jersey and here that have inspired me to do things together. I like to tell a nice joke, and I think in a way you might say God has a sense of humor, and he works things out that we think we're working a plan for Him, but He's got the plan, and we're not working it for Him in a way. He knows how it's going to come out and how He needs our help.